Hello and welcome to this next episode in this video series. We're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2024. And this time we will have a look at Mission to an Eldritch World by Somdudewillson. Let's have a look at the theme incorporation here. Ancient Ruins theme exploring ancient alien ruins with some nods to solitude. You're all on your own out there. And Cosmic Horror, mostly in later level visuals. Alright, let's have a look at the game page. First-person dungeon crawler RPG with roguelike elements, wherein you take the role of a sentient probe robot dispatched to a barren world to investigate the strange ruined temples recently discovered on its surface. You are equipped with a generator capable of powering your weapon emitters and your self-repair systems, although metal scrap would probably work better if you can find it, and are designed with adaptive systems that can take advantage of whatever you find. But command is sure there is nothing in those ruins that you'd need to worry about. Controls: W forward, S backward, D right, A left. Okay, E is rotate right and Q is rotate left. Alright, so that's standard. F is interact with chests. Okay, and I is open inventory. Made in 9 days for DungeonCrawler Jam 2024, taking particular inspiration from the Ancient Ruins theme. You're exploring ancient ruins after all. With some nods to solitude, you're on your... Okay, we had that. Third-party resources used to include textures by Cronbits, sprite work and sound effects from ELV games. Crucenus complete UI essential spec, music by Brooklyn Game Audio. And with the music I already... Oh, no, it's... you can already hear it in the background. I thought it just stopped. Item sprites by Goal, Nrynzo and Clockwork Raven. And sound effects from Stormwave Audio. Didn't we have that? Okay, two guys or two studios did sound effects. Alright. So, let's have a look at Mission to an Eldritch World, where we are playing a small robot explorer thingy game by Somdudewillson. Let's have a look. And here we are in the game. Just a note to everyone who want to check out the game and also to the developer. When you start the game, you only have a window. You can maximize the window, but you still have the top bar of windows, which is pretty ugly. So what you can also try, or what you can provide right away, is just a shortcut in the same directory, and then start the game with the exe and then a -F. And this will then on start just force the game in full screen. So you can create that shortcut and then start the game that way, and then you will end up with a full screen thing. And it would be nice if developers already provided that functionality in there, because I'm not sure how many people are aware of that. So, mission report begin. Mission briefing: investigate 3 strange temples on barren planet with robotic probe. Mission progress awaiting start. Machine status functional. And recommendation: begin mission. Mission report end. Alright. So, we are some probe. Alright, the movement feels absolutely fantastic. Very fast. We can also click multiple times to have... so if I go forward and right, then it's queued up and it feels great. For these big spaces, I would also like to have a continuous movement though. I mean, because it's so fast, it's not a big issue, but of course you need to click 100 times to move forward. And this is a bit, maybe a bit more annoying than what would be ideal. Okay, here we are in the dungeon. Regarding the perspective, we can see that Yeah, that we have walls left and right. We cannot see the floor, but it's probably also not necessary. The tile size seems to be about right with the that it's not too wide or too deep, basically. Okay, this is a bit breaking with the style of the dungeon. Found some crystal. And with I, we got our inventory, integrity, and energy. Okay, mouse over. Internal generator, energy source. Internal conduits. Internal self-repair. Combat energy emitter. And bright crystal, energy source. Okay. I don't know how I can use anything, but maybe I should also not use anything yet. So this was the chest I already opened. Okay. So this is my combat strategy. I can't change this. Okay. So this is the source. This is maybe amplifying anything. And this is what it's doing, I guess. Let me have another look at the inventory. Energy source. And this is also energy source. Maybe that's better than the internal generator. But maybe this is also just one use. This is a catalyst. Self-repair. Energy emitter. Okay, that's interesting. What did we find here? Another energy source, metal scrap. And there's another portal thing, but let's see if there's anything else. So you can see that how quickly I'm rushing through the dungeon, because the controls are pretty good. Alright. Okay, there's a way further down, but maybe we should first explore. It's a weird way to do enemies here. These like sprites, but then they are a bit split up in some way. Okay. No, this was wrong. This one I should have used. So this is doing much more. But there really isn't anything else. Can I go back? Oh. Okay. So I can actually also switch to the previous dungeon again. Is that a more evil one because it's red? Maybe it should save to the last thing. My integrity is burning! Ah yeah, it was a one-time thing, unfortunately. Mission progress, 1 out of 3 temples explored. Continue mission. Okay, so this was the final encounter. I still have my crystal. Different temple. What's that? My integrity is not great though. But I mean, yeah, well, that's first the toast. Okay. Nothing here. Sound is nice. There's another one. He doesn't want to fight. Oh, no. Okay. That. But yeah, doesn't seem to be any loot. There's some loot. What's that? Maybe we are automatically thrown out once that boss is defeated. So the game is paused here. Improved generator, tax, energy source. Now it would be nice if I could set some standard thing. Token of light, a catalyst. Energy source for the metal scrap. Energy source, shadow crystal. Okay. Let's first kill this small one and also heal. So we use that now and use this piece of bread. Okay. And now we use this. This is still active, okay. Was there anything else? Nope. Okay. Let's take this, and we still have that. Okay, let's just use that again. 2 of 3 temples explored. Alright. Begin mission. And there we go. Sounds dangerous. Isn't that just... Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's maybe a bit too annoying. Like having a chainsaw drilling into your head. That's maybe pleasant for a few seconds, but hello. Toast. Okay, that was just a normal enemy. There's some light, so there's probably the... This direction. Ah, there's the light. Go into the light! It doesn't really look like a temple, does it? Okay, what's that? Fire crystal shards. Alright, another energy source. And we found ice crystal shard. Alright. Let's use this on our piece of bread. And... let's use this as heal. Alright. So if I use these, I actually use energy. But if I use other stuff, I'm not using energy. And this is also as its own energy source, apparently. That's quite a lot. We might have an issue now with the final encounter if we can't heal. What's that? A scorching prism catalyst. More boxes. I already opened that one. Yeah, a bit unpleasant. Okay, let's just stick to the right. I mean, we can see the glow, but apparently this time it's not coming from the... or it's behind the wall and glowing through, and I just don't see it yet. Oh. Hello. Okay, let's try it to heal. With this thing, and here. Boom. Alright. Let's use that thing, that, and... oh, this does nothing. Alright, we need to heal again. Damage. Healing. Maybe the different catalyst is better. Here. Or it was just randomness. No, it seems like the other attack is more powerful. Ah, okay. Complete. Functional. Mission report. End. Proceeding to next planet. And with that, we finished the game. but we continue hearing this very unpleasant noise. Unfortunately, the game is also not ending, so let me just quickly restart it. Alright, here we are again. So, as I mentioned, the perspective I think is fine. Could be a little bit adjusted. Like seeing the floor on the tile you're standing on, but it depends on the game whether or not this is useful. But overall, I think the perspective is fine. Well, it's a little bit too long, right? This goes a bit too far, and maybe you could argue that the field is appearing longer than it's wide, but I don't think that if it's the case, it's not much of an issue. The controls, they are perfectly fine. As I mentioned, it would be nice to also have a continuous move, so that, especially in the areas outside, you don't need to press 30 times forward or so. Here in the dungeon, it doesn't really make a difference, because you only press like 10 times or so either way, and you can see how fast I'm rushing through that. You have perfect controls. So this is how it should feel like. This is perfect. So we also like the idea with the inventory and the different items. Was a bit, let's say, a bit disappointing that the differences were only really taken into account for the very last encounter. So I think this could have been more interesting, having different encounters, immunities, and you have to find out different combinations of your weapon. But overall, I mean, it's a nice system and it worked well. Giving a bit of experimentation, but as I mentioned, it could have been balanced a bit better, more interesting, because energy, for example, was not any point in my playthrough. The dungeon, of course, yeah, this is supposed to be an old temple. It doesn't really look like it, right? So regarding the graphics and so on, let's say it works, but it's extremely bare bones and it doesn't really suck you into this atmosphere of exploring an old temple or anything like that. The sound is fine. The sound effects were also fine. So, yeah, overall, still a nice game. It was fun playing that. And this is also, with a couple of other games, I was saying that they are too long for their own sake. And I think for this game, it was just right. Worked well for these, well, 3 levels and or 3 temples, and you were rushing through them relatively quickly. You weren't spammed by enemies. So overall, a very nice entry by Somdudewillson. Thanks for sending that in. And if you're interested in playing this little robot yourself, then you can find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page. And you can also find a link in the video description to my playlist of all the entries are covered so far. Yeah, and with that, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.